All right, well, we're going to try to figure this out while we work at it. I'm not sure why it isn't picking up the live stream on my YouTube channel, because usually that's where I interact with everybody, so I apologize for any inconveniences. We are a little early. I got started a little early, so there we go, there we go. Excellent. Let's get an audio check here real quick. Awesome. Okay, audio is in check. Okay, now everything's working. I'm not going to complain. Sometimes it doesn't work on the first try, and I'm alright with that. But what I'm not alright with, my knee is a little bit uncomfortable with me this morning. So I was out here getting everything ready this morning, and I just kind of stepped down wrong as I picked something up, and it just kind of tweaked a little bit. Not the first time, won't be the last time. But thanks for tuning in this morning, everybody. Welcome to Now Is That Time. This is a new series that I'm working on. I don't know, my schedule is all over the place right now. I'm working for myself, and I'm trying to become employed at a local gym. I was recently let go from 24-Hour Fitness because of a conflict of interest, and that's okay. That's all right. My experiences with them have never been great, but they have been good. And really that's okay with me. I have always learned something, I've always gained something from each of my experiences with 24-Hour Fitness, and I've grown from it. It's helped me to become more of a leader and less of a manager, because a manager, that's what managers do, they just manage. A leader leads by example. And that's what we're doing here this morning, is leading by example. So I'm preparing for the Cpat, which is a test that the firefighters have to take before they get into, I can't remember if it's before they get into the academy or before they can graduate. Either way, it's something that I want to be more familiar with, because I'm putting together some programs, creating some programming that is going to help prepare individuals to take this test and do the very best that they can, both during the test and when they get on the job. So thanks for hanging out this morning. If you have any questions about anything we're doing this morning, don't hesitate to drop them in the comment section here. Let's rap, let's talk. There's a lot of things that you're going to see that probably are familiar if you've been here before. And if you haven't been here before, there'll be some things that you'll see that aren't familiar. So let me know what's on your mind, and let's get those questions answered. We're going to start by warming up the core again, because the core is the powerhouse of the body as far as the muscular system goes. So for me, getting that sucker warmed up and moving is going to help me perform my tasks better and everything else that I do during the rest of the workout. Now this is one of my favorite exercises that I've been using lately, and we'll be saying that probably every workout, because it allows me to train my core in the fashion that it's designed to be used, which is anti-extension. Okay. And in this position, anti-rotation as well. So if I just hold this band in place, and you were to imagine the floor being here, okay, now I'm at the top of a push-up. Okay? Except the band wants to pull me backwards, okay, and around. So now my core has to work really strong, my glutes have to work really strong to keep me in place. And I get a little chest work here as well. Oh, and it feels good. And we'll take the handle off, hook up the purples, and go to work on the purples. With my resistance bands, I always give them a couple of test reps. Make sure I've got the tension correct in the right sides. And then I'm making sure to use the floor to keep me in the same position, so that the band maximizes the tension and I don't run out of space or room with the movement and break the band and hurt myself. fasted this morning. I do practice intermittent fasting. So if you have questions about how that works, again, drop them in the comment section. Let's talk. All right. Now for me, I have broken my warm-up down into two different sections. So for my first section, warm up my core, warm up my shoulders, my back, okay? And then on the second section, we'll get the legs and hips warmed up. Now, one of the things I really enjoy about this exercise right here is it allows me to get my chest warmed up and moving. And that's an area that I have really put a lot of emphasis into understanding lately. Because my chest, due to a motorcycle accident I had a little more than 10 years ago, my right pec is not as developed as the left. So I'm looking at understanding the mechanics there better so I can bring this one up to match this one. With my warm-ups, I get anywhere from 15 to 25 repetitions depending on the movement. Because that allows me to pump enough blood into the group and really connect the mind and the muscle. Ooh, that feels good right now. Oh, that's good. I did forget one exercise this morning, but it's not imperative that I rock it. But that's okay. Okay, let's get our test going here. So I got a little too much tension on the left band right now. There we go. Perfect. Work out. 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, be right back. I'm not sure why it says that. Just take a quick look at the camera here. Looks like my signal dropped out a little bit. Still working on that. Still working on that. That is going to be a work in progress right now. And actually, it's just going to be something we work around right now, unfortunately. Because I'm not in a position to get the equipment I need to provide the highest quality of consistent service yet. It's okay, no big deal. Rome was never built in a day. I know what I need. I know how to get it done. Okay? But if I never start, how will I ever know? That's one of the conversations. Oh, that feels good. I was having with one of my clients yesterday. She was asking, how do I get motivated to work out? That's never really been a struggle for me. My inspiration, not my motivation, were my uncles growing up. They were actually firefighters. They were hot shots. When forest fires happen, they go out into the forest. They go battle the fire. They go out there. Fire breaks. Clear shrubbery. I like to use the word shrubbery. It reminds me of Monty Python, Search for the Holy Grail. But they were my inspiration. When we used to go over and visit Grandma, they were always there. Not always there, but some days we would go and they would be there hitting the weights in the back room. They had a couple of different weight machines, a couple of different pieces of equipment back there. And I was always really interested. Uncle Ray had a pull-up bar in his doorway that I used to love to play on. And that's really where my inspiration for fitness started. Okay? And it's just continued to grow from there. To where I'm at today, an SCA certified tactical strength and conditioning facilitator. Something I've been working at for the last 4 years. Finally got to it. Crises precipitate change, and that's what happened. We had this crisis, this pandemic, and I let my certification lapse because I wasn't working. And when it came time to go back to work, even though I didn't go back to work, I wasn't allowed to return to work. I was terminated. I decided I want to step up my game. The tactical athlete, our police, fire, military, first responders, there are a group of people that I have always looked up to. Even now, at 44 years old, I still look up to those people because every day they put their life on the line to protect and care for others. And that is the type of individual that I really enjoy working with. Not that I don't enjoy working with the general population, but the general population is typically coming to me for body composition and aesthetic development. And I'm a big believer that form follows function. In fact, function was the name of my first business, and that was inspired by the teachings of Bruce Lee, because that's what he did with his workouts. His training revolved around a specific function. He didn't hit the weights so his lats were freaking huge. He hit the weights, his lats developed immensely, and he developed a strong control over them so that he could punch as hard as he could. And I really could appreciate that philosophy, because that was kind of what I was doing without knowing it. All right, let's take these bands down. Oh, I did forget one exercise. We're going to keep one band up, and we're going to use it. I don't need the handle though. But becoming motivated, I believe first you have to be inspired. Something has to inspire you to change. There has to be something, a want so great that you are willing to whittle away at the things around you until only the truest form of yourself is left. And that is what you use, or that is what inspires you to change. Okay? I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. I don't like the job I have. I don't like the car I drive. I don't like the life I live. Okay? What about it that I don't like? I don't like driving too far to work. I don't like the fact that I work 12 hours a day. I don't like the fact that I have managers that are managers and not leaders. Okay? Those things are going to inspire you to change. Once you get started in that change, keeping yourself motivated can come from a lot of different sources. For instance, this morning, as I was getting things ready, last night, as I was getting ready for bed, I was, on Facebook I follow Jocko Willink, and that guy is somebody who inspires me and motivates me at the same time to do better because of his previous career and position in the military as a Navy SEAL, and his current position in life as a leader of men. He is a leader of men, which inspired me to watch another podcast that I have enjoyed watching lately. Is the Patrick Bet David podcast on YouTube. If you don't follow him, check him out. PBD podcast, or PBD Value Entertainment. Is it Value Entertainment or Valuetainment? It might be Valuetainment. Either way, the guy is always talking about real world. Okay, he's talking about the real world and the things that go on in the real world and how money revolves in the real world, how business is developed in the real world, how men and women are developed in the real world, and how to develop yourself and the things that you should be looking for in order to find the best version of yourself. But that is what got inspired me last night. So last night as I'm watching Cpat, okay, we're going to get into the next portion of the warm-up here. Okay, this one feels a little funky, but I really enjoy this one. It makes my back feel so good. But as I was watching the show last night, actually it was just a short clip, it was about guilt and sleep. That's what it was titled, Guilt, Sleep. He was talking about things that made you feel guilty. And he was talking about, as he was getting prepared to marry his wife, and they were visiting into doing and thinking like it does. Not living and doing like you think. And that was really important to me, to be able to understand that. Because how is a counselor, how is somebody going to tell you how to live your life when they have never had any experience with what you deal with each day? You can't relate. There is no relation. There's none. It's zero. And being able to relate to people allows you to develop relationships. Those relationships will help you to discover the path. This is my philosophy. Discover the path that you are looking for in order to get yourself to the next level. So if you aren't building relationships, you're not going to move yourself forward. That's just all there is to it. Okay? And that kind of leads up to the title of today's stream, Now is That Time. That is a mental mind, that is a mentality I have developed this last year during the pandemic, because while everybody else was wondering, oh shit, what the hell is going to happen? Okay? Not everybody. Many of us were wondering, oh shit, what's going to happen? I said, no, this is what's happening. This is what I want to happen. How do I get from where we are now to where I want to be in the next year? And that's why we're in front of each other right now. Because during the pandemic, I had the time. I was fortunate enough that my wife is a financial genius. We were in a financial position to purchase some equipment that I had been wanting and needed. Okay? And I started practicing and honing this skill. Now, my speaking skills were already pretty good. I was a server for 13 years at Outback. I worked at Outback for 13 years. Working as a personal trainer for the last 13 years. Developing the personal communication skills that I needed in order to succeed at my job, excel at my job. Those are the things that helped me to get to this point right now. But the technical side of what we're doing right now, the different apps and programs and things like that, my phone, okay? My wife wanted me to get new phones in 2019. I think we got them in 2019, I'm pretty sure. I really didn't, I don't buy a new something until I need to, or I really, really want something. But I did recognize that the new cameras on these phones are amazing. And rather than go out and buy a camera that may or may not work for what I need, I bought a multi-purpose tool that has done nothing but help me move forward during this process. Okay. So, understanding that the whole fitness industry has now changed due to the pandemic, and it will slowly return to a sense of normalcy over the next few years, as more and more people understand. And maybe that's why COVID was introduced, to get people up off their asses and go, hey people, if you don't take care of yourselves, you're all gonna die. But I recognize that the personal training industry is now up for grabs. Okay? Now it functions in a totally different capacity. Okay? Studies have shown that up to 35% of the population that was working out at the gym previously is not going to return. So that creates a new market for online training. Where there wasn't a heavy one before, there's a massive one now. Consultations for home training, home builds. People aren't going to know what to buy, who to buy it from, where to get it, how to assemble it. That's an aspect that my wife is working on. Hey, not returning to the gym, but you want to work out and you want to train at home? These are the pieces of equipment that you might need. These are the products I would look at. These are the services I would invest in. And that's where we're coming in on that aspect. That's where again, right here. Wow, that feels so good. Makes my back feel like, oh. I gotta get out here a little bit farther though. I need to do a little more tension on the hamstrings. Oh, that feels good. Makes that knee feel good too. But now is that time. Okay? If you always are waiting for that time for things to be perfect, you will never start. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Things will never be perfect. You will have to make them acceptable in order to get ahead. And even then, they are not going to truly be the ideal scenario. The ideal scenario does not exist. Perfect does not exist. You have to create perfection. Okay? Even Michelangelo would look at the statue of David and today and go, you know what? I think I should have done this better. I think I could have done that better. Okay, Sistine Chapel? Nah, I really wish I would have used this color instead of this color. Or would have done this instead of this. Okay? But in that time, in that moment of creation, he did the best that he knew he could to provide his client with what they were asking for. Oh, this feels good. So ask yourself, is now that time? Or is now a time to be still and observe? Okay? Because that is also very important. We don't want to make rash decisions based on emotion. We want to make decisions based on logic, based on fundamentals, based on the foundation of your personal philosophies. So if you don't have a personal philosophy, ask yourself, shit, what the hell do I believe in? Okay, my personal philosophy, success will discover me as I help those around me succeed. And again, that's what I'm doing here. I knew I wasn't going to have the opportunity to be in front of people like I was previously at the gym. And I needed to facilitate that. How do I get in front of people? How do I introduce myself to the world? How do I let people know, hey, I'm here for you. If you've got a question, I might have the answer and I want to share it with you. Whether you're somebody who doesn't have any idea how to get started in this, somebody who's at a plateau and doesn't understand and doesn't know how to break through that plateau, or as another trainer who might excel in one arena that I don't, like say CrossFit, or let's get even lower than that, pull-ups. Okay, somebody who might be really, really, really good at pull-ups, okay? Muscle-ups, calisthenics. I'm not good at calisthenics. I understand how the body moves really well, but I am not great at calisthenics. I'm not going to look at that individual and go, nah man, screw that guy. I don't need to do that. I'm better than that. That mentality will get you foobar. I want to look at that guy. I look at that guy, that man, that woman, and go, man, they do something that I can't. I want to know how to do that. And I create a relationship. I try to create a connection and introduce myself so that I can better understand what they're doing and apply it to myself. If I only apply one thing that they taught me, that they share with me, I will succeed in that. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to say I'm better than you, because I'm not. Okay? I'm here to say, hey, what can I do for you? Okay? Because in doing that, okay, I will succeed. And that's a mentality that too many of us in the fitness industry, particularly at the big box gyms, 24 Hour Fitness, LA Fitness, Golds, okay? That whole mentality of sale has to change. In order for those businesses to now succeed, that mentality has to go in the toilet. Because as long as we continue to treat people like numbers and not like people, they're going to see right through it, and you're going to continue to struggle. For me, I give away information all day, every day, as often as I can, because you can't beat me. At that point, you can't beat me. I want to see you succeed. How are you going to beat me when I want you to win? That's dummy proof. That's dummy proof. That's fail proof. All right, let's get one more set for the warm-up, and then let's get into our first set of lifts. Now today, so far, other than needing an anchor point, okay, if you've got a big post in the backyard or something like that, you can loop these resistance bands around it. Super easy to do. Okay? But I've just used resistance bands. I think this band is $15 on Rogue. You could probably get a set. In fact, I got a different set called Inte on Amazon because I needed a couple of new bands, and I didn't want to spend the money on the Rogue bands right away, and I needed them very quickly. Okay? That was my biggest thing. I needed them very quickly. I needed them within 2 days. Amazon Prime. Thanks, Jeff Bezos. I think you should pay your people a little bit more. Actually, no, I don't. I think the people on the front lines, I haven't worked that position before, but I have worked those positions before. I think they get paid when they need to get paid. Okay? And people just need to step up. If you're not getting paid what you think you're worth, ask how to step up. Okay? You want to get paid more? How do I get paid more? Okay, instead of demanding Jeff Bezos pay you more, simply because he makes more money than any million people in the earth would know what to do with it a single moment, okay, doesn't mean he should give it to you. You should step up and want to improve your own game. And again, that's what I'm here for. I want to help you step up. I want to help you improve your game. I want to help you get ahead. And in doing that, I will find my success. Okay, so if you aren't helping people around you succeed, you're going to have a hard time success. Oh, that feels good. Now I do have an imbalance. My left glute works a little harder than my right glute. So I've got to really, that's why you see me kind of pause at the top. When I really focus on squeezing my right butt cheek, okay, to match the intensity of the squeeze on my left butt cheek. And it's nice. Muy nice. Whoa, that feels good. Okay, and then our last set of rotations. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. So, back to the conversation we were having a second ago, back to the motivation, inspiration. Now is that time. What is it that you want to succeed in? What is it that you want to change? How do we change that? Most of that is going to depend on your current situation that you're in and the situation that you want to see yourself in. Sit down, create a timeline. It's not going to happen in the blink of an eye. It's not going to happen just like that. Just like when I progress in my weights, when I want to deadlift this much weight and I can only deadlift this much weight, I have to break it down. I have to get my wife to help me with that because she's way better at calculus than I am. I don't do calculus. You want me to do a little bit of math? Okay, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Really good. Algebra, pretty solid. When I start getting into trig, I start to struggle. But she can help me plot all the specific numbers based on my program, okay, my 12-week program. She can tell me at this point you do this week you do this week you do this week you do this, and she will plot everything out for me. So all I gotta do is write it on the board, look at it before I come out here, or jump on my app, my True Coach app, which I put all my workouts into already, and go, okay, I'm supposed to lift this much weight for this many reps today. And she will help me get there. Plot the beginning where you are now, plot the finishing where you want to be, and let's figure out the steps in between. Okay? There's a really good chance that you know somebody in your circle of friends already that is somewhere near or at the position or in the position that you want to be in. That's where you start. There's a really good chance that they're going to want to help you succeed. Ask them, hey John, how'd you get to this position? Hey Mary, how'd you get to this position? What steps did you take? What knowledge did you learn? Where'd you go to school? Come on. They're going to help you. Your friends and family, they want to see you succeed too. All right, let's break this stuff down. How are we doing on time? Awesome. I always like to put my equipment away as I work. Keep the work areas, keep the workstation clean. I learned that when I worked out back. When I was cook, when I was a line cook for too many years. I was a line cook for too many years because I had a shitty attitude. My work ethic, super strong. My attitude, not so much. Needed a lot of work. Okay? But once I got my attitude in check, and I recognized that I was not God's gift to the kitchen, things got so much better so fast. But they got better because I was willing to ask for the chance to show that I know how to do it. If you don't ask, you're never going to know. People are never going to know. Your boss, he might see you working regularly right now, or she might see you working regularly right now, and they're wondering, like, do they want to step up their game? Do they not? Are they comfortable where they at? If you don't ask for the opportunity, you're never going to get it. And the thing that you're going to hear that most of us don't like to hear is no. But guess what? No is just two letters in the alphabet that just happen to be next to each other. I used to tell my friends that all the time. Before I met my amazing wife, and I used to be in the dating world, and I'd go to the bars with my friends and drink and hang out and have fun. If I saw a beautiful woman there, and I wanted to talk to her, I just wanted to talk to her. Ask her for her name. Strike up a conversation. Ask her for her phone number. Hey, ask her out on a date. Guess what? She's only going to tell me no. No. My parents told me that, like, I can't tell you how many times. My teachers told me that, I can't tell you how many times. Okay? It's a stupid word, no. That doesn't mean no, but game over. That just means, no, that's an opportunity that we missed out on for whatever reason. Okay? Good or bad. Learn from it. Apply the lesson to the next opportunity and do better. That's one of the things about weightlifting that I enjoy so much, that has given me that confidence, that self-confidence, is the weight is going to tell me no a lot. All right, time for some sumo deadlifts. Now, I'm not lifting really heavy weight. Last week I was out of the game because I was a little under the weather. I'm still not feeling 1,000,000% this morning, but I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, hence the sweatshirt. Ooh, gotta be careful there. But no should not bother you. If no bothers you, pick up some weights. Okay? Practice weight training. Practice the skill that is going to help you improve your self-confidence. Because then when you hear no, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Okay, let's back this up. Let's move down to the mat. Okay, let's get our crunches in. Then we'll flip around and get our wrestler's bridge. Actually, you know what? I don't want to hold on though. Ooh, I hope the trash trucks outside are making a whole bunch of noise for y'all. But if they are, they'll be gone soon. Five more. 1. Excellent. Wow, that feels good. Okay, we're going to get into our wrestler's bridge, which is a new exercise I've been using, both for myself and with my clients. Okay, so we're going to bridge up and reach, and then come back down. Bridge up, reach, and then come back down. Oh, that feels good. One more time. Woo! And then getting up from the floor. Be careful, because the knee is still talking to me a little bit, going, hey, careful, don't hurt me. All right, let's get a little water, and then go right back to it. Now I'm training barefoot today. Usually you would see me barefoot, no socks, but it's kind of cool in the garage this morning. It's only 45 degrees outside right now, which for some places that's cold, for some places that's warm. You know, if you're in Alaska and it's 45 degrees, you're like, oh shit, it's not 0. But if you're in Southern California where I live, you're like, good Lord, that's cold. To hear it. The easier it is to be told no. When somebody tells you, great place to find a lot of motivational people who are interested in helping those around them succeed. I have recently started to be more active there because I am working on bettering myself so that when I'm in the position I want to be in to launch my business to the degree that I want, I will have plenty of resources to do so, to help me answer questions that I have so that I can get to the level of ability that I know I'm capable of. Okay. If there's anything I can do to help you, yeah. Probably. I'm not done, honey. Okay. So Julia was letting me know, that's my wife, that my stream keeps buffering, keeps dropping out. That's okay. No big deal. Like I said, imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. So the quality of the stream, the visual part might not be as excellent as I would like it to be. But I am practicing. Today's stream, even though I've had more crashes and dropouts than I have recently, it's been one of the most successful streams I've had so far. Because I prepared last night for today. I got in the right mindset. I looked to the right people, okay? The people that I look to for inspiration, for motivation, for subject matter, for content matter, so that when I came to you today, I wasn't just working out and thinking to myself and not speaking out loud. I was actually prepared to speak with you about the things that keep me moving in the directions that I need to go in order for myself to succeed. My own personal philosophies, the individuals that I look to, the places that I go for inspiration, motivation, education, okay? That's one of the places we can, that's social media, that this thing that I'm streaming on right now, my phone, okay, has been so helpful with. There are one of my favorite words, plethora of individuals out there who want to see you succeed as well. Finding them is the hard part. But once you find them, you're not going to have any issues. You're going to crush. Because the right person is going to come into your life. You're going to find the right person to help you stay motivated. And it's going to be like a drug. You're going to want to listen to them every day to keep you inspired, keep you motivated, keep you working. I'm going to throw a little change in my lift here. Okay, that's not working like I wanted it to, so stay away from it. Last 5. Last 1. And 15. But just looking for those people will light a fire under your ass. There will be a phrase, there will be a video, there will be one thing that this video that this person says that is going to turn that switch on. And then you won't ever want to turn it off again. Okay, last set. One more. Oh, that was good. That was good. Last bridge. Last wrestler's bridge. Squeeze my glutes. That's better. Last one. And we're done. 50 minutes. Look at my white belly. 50 minutes of awesomeness. Now, oddly enough, this might appear, for me, this was a comfortable workout this morning. This felt really good. It's my first workout in over a week, my first training session. I try not to call them workouts. So that's one of the things I am practicing right now. I'm not working out here. I am training. Workout can mean so many different things, and you'll hear me say this all the time. Workout can mean so many different things. I'm not here to work out. I'm here to train. I'm here to prepare myself for something specific that I want to be better at. Hey, working out is too vague. There's no specificity. That's why now is that time. Okay? Cpat preparation. Okay? Candidate physical preparedness. No, Cpat. C-P-A-T. Candidate physical ability test. Can I lead by example? I'm working with some of our firefighters here in the Apple Valley and Victorville area here in California, and they are a group of individuals like the police force, like the North Orange County SWAT team and the La Habra Police Department that I had the honor of working with previously. They are a lead by example group of individuals. I cannot step into their room, into their world, and tell them this is what you need to do, having never done their job before. Now, I can't run out and start fighting fires just because I feel like it, but what I can do is I can go and take this test, which they all have to take in order to get into the department, so that I can better understand the needs that have to be met in order for these men and women to do their job and come home to their families at the end of the day. And that's what I am training for. I'm not working out. I did not work out this morning. I trained this morning. Okay? And I trained or practiced. Okay? And that is a mindset that I have been working on for a long time. I am always continuing to work on it. Because as soon as I start to become lax and go, I'm gonna go work out, my training session goes in the toilet and it sucks. I end up spending more time doing random BS, talking with people, kind of just more of a social experience. Okay? And that's one of the things I have really come to enjoy about training here in the complex. Okay? That's what this is called. This isn't the gym, this isn't the garage, this is the complex. Why? Because when I have my own facility, that is what it's going to be called. When my wife and I are running shop here in the high desert, the place that people are going to want to come and train, the complex. Hey man, where are you training at? Oh, I'm training at the complex. The what? The complex. Dude, you got to come over here and check this out. It's awesome. The coaches are awesome. The environment is awesome. I'm feeling better, I'm moving better, I'm doing the things that I never thought I could do before. And if I don't start with that with myself, how am I supposed to help you become that? How am I supposed to help you enjoy that? Okay? If I can't provide that experience for me, and I have all the knowledge and understanding of movement and strength and conditioning, nutrition, and all the aspects that go into this training program, how can I provide that to you? Okay? And that's why we're training for the Cpat. Because before I step in front of these men and women, these firefighters, and say, hey, my name is Jason Littleton, I'm your local tactical strength and conditioning facilitator. I'm interested in working with you, if you are interested in working with me, but I'm interested in working with you to help you improve your performance on the job. Not to say that you're doing a bad job, just improve. Okay? Reduce injuries on duty. Okay? Bring workers' comp, cases down so that there's more money for the department to buy the equipment that you all want. Give the raises to you that you all deserve, and most importantly, when you retire, okay, after putting in who knows how many years in this field, that you are in a position to do so and enjoy your retirement, and go start another job somewhere else while collecting your pension and make a ridiculous amount of money for yourself and have a good time spending it. And that's what I want to do. I want to help the men and women of our first responders, our tactical athletes, come home at the end of the day, and when their shift is done, when they have put in 20 to 30 years in their department, I want them to be able to go home at the end of the day, when that final bell rings, okay, when they finish that final bit of paperwork, I want them to go home at the end of the day and go, you know what, now I'm ready to really enjoy my life, and I'm in the physical and mental state to do so. So until next time, everybody, if you enjoyed the stream today, please click the follow and subscribe, or click the subscribe button, turn that little bell on if you want to. Otherwise, follow me on Facebook at SM Complex or Strong Mind Complex. The SM Complex is spelled with a K, but the page is spelled with a C. I couldn't get SM Complex with a C because somebody else already had it. But follow me there for information about the upcoming streams and events. Till next time, everybody, stay strong.